You could almost feel sorry for the rats of Reddit's role-playing game community scurrying in fear from any positive mention of Charlie Kirk, overturning entire shelves of gaming books into the dumpster to avoid endorsing a man who said that we shouldn't be encouraging transgenderism. In a world where we have Zoomers openly supporting a certain Austrian painter on Instagram, complete with unabridged slurs, you would think that someone like Charlie would be considered milquetoast, but he is not. Shane Hensley, creator of Savage Worlds role-playing game, a game that is riddled with flaws, but ultimately a decent universal pulp-style role-playing game, dared to say in the wake of Charlie's brutal murder that he did like some things about the man. Of course, many Redditors rushed to retract their offerings on his latest Kickstarter. Many said they were done playing his game entirely and would stop recommending it. That little Facebook post surely cost poor Shane a few $1,000s, if nothing else. And that is unfortunate. Game design is not a particularly lucrative occupation. This is old news by this point, 8 months old, but it still bears relevance today. It is important to remember that these people still believe this. It is unlikely any of them are watching this video. But if you are, please be aware. Not everyone is so benign and bumbling as poor Shane Hensley. The boomer does not have the survival instinct that the younger sort has. He is not as savvy about keeping his cards close to his chest, so to speak. You have purchased, you are purchasing, and you will continue to purchase role-playing games from men and women who have views far, far more right-wing than Charlie Kirk ever was. Most have learned to conceal such beliefs. Why expose themselves? Proof of this? Well, this channel is run off of text-to-speech for a reason. Just keep that in mind. At least Shane had the decency, or perhaps the spinelessness, to give an apology. And really, he did cuck out to quite an extent. But he did it out of a place of goodness, and perhaps some financial prudence. But truly, I think he simply did not want his game's fanbase to become divided by politics. That is understandable and commendable. Yet that was not enough for Redditors, who swore en masse not to purchase his products anymore. So I would encourage all of you to give Savage Worlds a try. The quick start rules are free, and if you like it, the book is admittedly less affordable than it used to be, but still relatively cheap by RPG book standards. Make sure to support him with words, if nothing else. This isn't a call to simp for every boomer who posts a half-assed apology for their milquetoast beliefs on Kickstarter, though. That would be encouraging the wrong sort of behavior. The best behavior is simply not to speak up about it at all, and to extract as much money from Redditors who will soy-face over your system and its premise, while you can enjoy the satisfaction, as we here at Tabletop Truth do, that they are handing over money to someone whom they would utterly hate if they knew their views on things. It is quite funny, and there is nothing that they can do about it. Sans, of course, gaining complete control of the government and foisting some genuine panopticon upon us that would ensure ideological purity among all. But that is a ways off. So for now, take some lesson from Shane Hensley's plight. Again, Savage Worlds has many issues as a game, but it is enjoyable and will give you many fun sessions before you tire of it. Even if you don't, at least take heart in knowing how vigorously these Redditors will deny themselves enjoyment over words on the internet that they didn't have to read. It is quite funny. One is even planning to give up on a quote-unquote long-term campaign over this statement, even despite his apology. 6 sessions? What a long-term campaign indeed. I suppose that is long-term to Redditors, many of whom have an anxiety attack before they GM their first session. Have fun, you utter fucking idiots. The only good thing that can be said for Redditors is that they do buy RPG slop quite easily. Their wallets are open to accumulate and consume. In fact, Redditors might have the highest ratio of money spent to hours played out of any subset of tabletop RPG players. I swear to God, these motherfuckers will spend $60 on a Kickstarter, then spend 2 years trying to wrangle enough of their obese polycule into actually sitting for a few hours each Friday or Saturday to play it. It's quite hilarious, and we here at Tabletop Truth have witnessed in first-hand. Meanwhile, many long-term campaigns, and we're talking actual long-term lasting years and hundreds of sessions, have come from a single $10 or $15 rulebook, if the rules cost money at all. Quite funny. So yes, extract as much money as you legally can from these Reddit retards, hide your power level, and keep up the good fight. Good fortune be with you all. Till next time.